Hi friends, nice to see you in my new video, and in this video I want to review FIDE Freestyle Chess One Championship 2026, and today is the final day, and let me show you review of final battle between Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana. So players played 4 games, and in the end let me show you final standings. So Carlsen has 2.5 points and Caruana 1.5. So Magnus Carlsen won in another tournament, and of course he may be the best player in the world in whole chess history. Okay, let me show you only one successful game between Carlsen and Caruana. So Caruana was white and Carlsen black, and it's Fischer random chess. Okay, c4, f5, because white tried to take this pawn on h7. And let me show you some more moves. This game was very interesting. So now white and black continue development, and then g4, very aggressive move by Fabiano, and the idea is after take on g4, in the end we can eat pawn on h7. Okay, queen h7, then bishop f6, queen goes back to d3 and d5, nice move by Carlsen, c takes d5, c takes d5, and knight h4. Maybe the best move is to play knight e5, because we all know that the most beautiful square for the knight is central square. Okay, knight h4, also possible move. Then let me show you some details. And bishop h4. Bishop h4 is blunder for Magnus Carlsen. Instead of this move he can simply castle kingside. And then let me show you some more moves. Okay, rook h1, maybe white wants to push knight on f3 on some other square, and then queen h7 with a checkmate, but white black has a nice defensive move, knight h6, and then after knight g6, rook c8, and then some exchanges, and this position is equal. But instead of all of these moves, Carlsen played bishop h4, then rook c1 with the check, so now black cannot castle his own queen, and then king d7, king b5 check, king d6, take on h4, rook c8, king d2, king a7, queen a7, f5, nice move because white wants to attack black king, then queen a4, queen a6, and of course queen b3, because when we want to attack opponent's king, we don't want to exchange queens. Okay, let's go next. Rook c4, f takes e6, king e6, rook c4, d takes c4, queen d1, c3 check, bc, knight d6, check on g4, king d5, and if we play king up the hill, now black won in this game, but we play in standard game, and our goal is to checkmate opponent's king. Okay, let's go next. Rook f4, queen c4, check on g2, queen h3 check, king h1, and in this position let me show you how Caruana can improve his position. He played queen b1, it's a blunder by Stockfish, by computer, but the best move is queen h3, and then queen g2 with the check, check on g4, check on g3, another check, and interesting sacrifice, rook e4. So knight should take d4, queen e4, and let me show you some more moves with computer, for example king f7, and then queen b7, very important move. So next one we can simply take on a8, and of course now we have extra bishop, and of course it's winning position for white. Of course this variation is not so easy, because we should sacrifice an exchange, and also Caruana has less than half minute, but maybe he can find this variation. After queen b1, position is equal now, and let's go next. And after rook f8, Caruana should play rook g5, because queen b3, another blunder, and after this move Carlsen won in this game. Okay, rook g5. Let me show you some more moves. Of course, the most dangerous move for white is rook f3, but rook c5 protect c3 square, queen g8 for example, rook d5, and then also this position equal. It's very strange, but let me show you computer. We can repeat some more moves. For example, rook d5, king c8, and so on. By computer it's 0.0. Also maybe not so easy for our people, our players. But queen b3 was played, and after this move, very strong move by Magnus Carlsen, queen f1, and this position is completely lost for white because of strong attack. So one of the best idea for black is queen g2, and in other side knight e4, maybe rook f2 in the right moment, and also white has not normal check in this position, so queen d5 and then queen g2, rook f1, and Caruana resigned because after bishop e1, only one move, we can simply take on g4, and then very easy win for black. Maybe the last chance for white after queen f1 is to play bishop e1 in this moment, but also very strong move rook h8, and also this position is winning. Maybe not so easy. Let me show you some more moves. Fork, and then we can take, check, king c7. I like this move. Of course, in this position we can play simply knight g4, of course, but also computer want to play very strange move, king c7. Maybe idea is to play king b8 and king a8 in the end. After this moves, white doesn't have any normal checks, but of course in real game you can simply take on g4. It's also very strong move, because after queen b7, let me show you our idea. King e8, king e6, for example, queen c6, king f7, queen d7 maybe, I don't know, king g6, and if queen e6, then knight f6, and if for example queen g4, then of course black can do checkmate in 2 moves. Okay, I want to tell you that it's not so easy win by Magnus Carlsen, because in some moment Caruana has a big advantage, but of course position was very difficult, and in the end Carlsen can win in this game, and also he won in whole tournament. So congrats to Magnus Carlsen, and let's go to see some next tournaments.